Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Voice Your Thoughts. Today, we're going to talk about learning to navigate the good. I'm going to say that one more time for you. Learning to navigate the good. Let's try it a different way. Learning to live in the good. See, some of y'all may not know what I mean when I say that, but for some of y'all, that hits the nail right on the head. And let me explain. A lot of us have been through some things in our lives. Been through a lot. Been through some things that give you kind of a constant everyday struggle. Maybe some people have what's called a fight or flight mentality, right? Because of what we've been through in the past. And let me give you an example. Let's say you've been in a bad relationship, a very toxic relationship, a relationship that no matter what you did, no matter what you said, things just could not get right. Argument after argument. It could be physical abuse, could be mental abuse, could be emotional abuse, to the point to where you feel like you're walking on eggshells in the relationship. And no matter what happens, like I said, everything seems to just go wrong. And there's little triggers, right? For example, let's say you're arguing and the partner says, "Oh, I'm done. And you're constantly thinking like, wait, what do you mean you're done? Are you breaking up with me? Are you leaving me? And you get in this big battle. Or the partner does some kind of move or gesture, or maybe they drink. And once they start drinking, you just get nervous or scared because once they start, they can't stop. And it gets out of control, and you're just kind of waiting and waiting and waiting. You're watching to see how they're going to react, see if they might get abusive, see if they might get aggressive, or they might start acting, in ways that aren't really like them. There's all kinds of things that people could do. And fast forward, you get into a new relationship, right? And in that new relationship, it's a good relationship. Everything is going well. Things are going fine. But something happens. You guys get in an argument. So now you're scared. You're nervous. You're like, uh-oh. Here we go. And you're ready for it because you've been through it before. You've been through these fights. You've been through these arguments before. You're sitting there waiting and the conversation's over and they're like, "Oh, I'm done." And in your head, it's a trigger goes off. "What do you mean you're done? You're leaving? You're done with me? You can't be with me no more?" And they're just like, "No, like hold on. I'm just done with the conversation. Like, look, it's cool. Like we talked about it. It's finished." Or maybe they drink a little bit. And you see them kind of overindulging a little bit and you're nervous because you don't know what's going to happen. You're like, uh-oh, here we go again. It's about to be another crazy relationship. But it's not. Maybe that person can handle themselves a lot better than somebody else may. So with things like that, you have to learn how to navigate the good in that relationship because you're so used to being in a bad relationship. You're so used to things being toxic. You're so used to things being chaotic that when you get in a good new relationship, you're automatically thinking something's going to go wrong and you're ready for it. Like I said, you're ready to fight or flight. You're going to fight about it or you're just going to fly off and take off. You're just done. It's over with. And it could be with other things as well. It could be with getting money, right? A lot of us have struggled with money. Some of us may have grown up poor or not had the means that some others may have. And we've had to struggle our whole life in order to make things happen and make ends meet. And you'll get to a point in your life, ideally, hopefully, prayerfully, that money starts to not be so worrisome anymore. You get a good job. You have a nice car. Things are going well. You're making money. You have a nice roof over your head. And you're doing very, very well. And what tends to happen in those situations for a lot of us that may have never had money before, we have to learn how to navigate through that. We have to learn how to actually have money. We have to learn what to do with our money because what ends up happening is we spend it all. You start making more money. You're like, "Oh man, I'm doing good. I finally get to buy the things I've always wanted to buy. I finally get to, go to the trips or places I've always wanted to go, and you forget to save." So now something happens, a crash in the economy. You have a bad sales month. A doctor's appointment comes up. Somebody gets sick. Car breaks down. And automatically you're thinking, "Oh man, here we go. I'm right back to it again. Right back to the struggle. Things can just never get right. Things can just never get right. Here we go. It's all over again." But that's not true. You're actually doing a lot better. You just have to learn how to navigate through that. You have to learn how to save. You have to learn how to do the right things and prepare correctly. Because you may have not have had it before, but now that you have it, you have to learn how to get through that. Learn how to do the right things. And it's tough. It truly is. You could be a person that, You just constantly save because you're so used to not having, and now you don't go anywhere, you don't do anything, life's miserable, you're never happy, you never get a chance to enjoy your accomplishments because all you do is work because you're so scared, you're so afraid to lose it all again. And these are things that are tough to deal with. You're doing very well, you're doing good, but you don't know how to navigate through it. You don't know how to live in it. It's real things, A lot of us have grown up in abuseful homes as children. Like I said, you've seen some of my past videos. I've lost my parents. I've been homeless, and you get to a point in your life and things are getting better. You're so worried that you're going to lose it again. You're so worried that everything's going to crash and burn around you. And you have to learn how to live through that. And let me give you some ideas of how to do that. Some of the things that's helped me, okay? And hopefully it'll help you. And, there's a million and one things you can do to really get through some of these things, but here's some basics. So for me, it's just you got to stop and take a look around. You really just have to stop, settle down, and look around and appreciate what you have. Take a look at where you came from. See where you were, see where you are now, and appreciate that. Be grateful. Thank God. Take the time out of your day to just appreciate things, appreciate life. Because if you don't, what's it there for? You'll never really get to truly enjoy your accomplishments. You'll never get to truly enjoy that relationship or that friendship, that new job or that new house if you don't sometimes just sit back, relax, and enjoy the moment. So that helps. That helps a lot for me, okay? Another thing that helps is, man, I hate to say this, and this may rub some people the wrong way, but you got to learn who to let go. There's going to be people in your life that you just have to let them go. You do. You have to say, hey, you know what? This person's constantly bringing me back down. This person's constantly miserable. They say misery loves company. There's just some people that are in your life that are always going to be miserable. They're always going to be a bummer to be around. They're always going to be in that same place they never left. And when you go back to visit, they want to bring you back in. Oh, you left us. Some people you just have to leave behind. Some people are, you can love from a distance. I'm not saying dislike them. I'm not saying never talk to them again. But there's just some people you have to love from a distance. And whether that's friends, relatives, it doesn't matter who it is. It could be your brother. It could be your sister. It could be your best friend that really may not have ever been your best friend. They may have never been cheering for you. They've actually been rooting for your downfall because they want you to stay right there with them. So you got to figure out who to cut off. You got to decide who is important in your life that's actually helping you get to the next level and who is still keeping you, bringing you back, who's still always inviting you to go smoke or to go drink or to go club or to go party or to get into some mischief that you probably shouldn't be getting into. You're in a good new relationship and they're always wanting to go out. They're always wanting you to go, hey man, let's go check out some girls. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Sometimes you got to let those people go, man. They can still be your friend. You can still love them. Just love them from a distance. And that leads me into my next thing is you have to be around good people. Find a mentor. Find somebody at your job or somebody that you respect. They could be the same age. They could be older. Ideally, it's for somebody older because they've been through some things and they understand what you're going through. But find a mentor. Align yourself with good, positive people. Because what's going to happen is when you fall on those hard times again, because it's going to happen again, rainstorms always come and go, no matter what. It's like the weather, our life is seasons. It really is. Yeah, it's going to have its ups, but there's going to be some downs here and there. And how do we navigate through those? Well, you have to lean on good people. If you have a good person in your corner, a good wife, a good spouse, a good husband, no matter what it is, you have a good best friend that you can call on. You have a church community that you can call on. You have a mentor. You have a coworker. You got to align yourself with good people. And you got to align yourself with people that are wanting to do the things that you want to do. Right? You can't be around people that are always broke all the time. I'm sorry, but if you want to be rich and you want to be wealthy and successful, whatever that means to you, you have to be around those kind of people because they've done it. They're getting there. And that doesn't mean you can't help others be there with you, because if that's the mindset they're on, if they want to be the kind of successful that you want to be, then yeah, bring them along with you. Let's work on this together. Let's be a team. But if not, like I said, sometimes you got to leave people behind and you have to get with more like-minded people. You have to get with people that you can call and celebrate your accomplishments with. And they're not going to look at you like, oh, here they go again, just bragging. No, they're going to celebrate your accomplishments with you. They're going to have accomplishments to celebrate as well. See, life's all about taking that next step forward. We can't live in the past. We have to constantly evolve and move on and continue to grow and develop ourselves. Because if you don't, you just become stagnant. You're like stale water. Stale water just sits there. The bacteria grows in it. You got bugs, mosquitoes, and it's miserable. Nobody wants to step or sit or walk in stale water. You got to be like a river, right? You have to flow. You have to constantly evolve. You have to shape life to the direction that you're going in, right? If you think about rivers, they're constantly flowing really, really fast. And over time, they'll shape the rocks, they'll shape the trails in the direction that they're going. They'll end up shaping to that river. Why? Because it's strong, because it's powerful, because it's constantly evolving, because it's nonstop movement and flowing. And that's what you have to be in life. You have to continue to flow. You have to continue to evolve, adapt. And that's it. That's how you navigate through the good, by learning to flow through life, by connecting yourself with good people. Because it shouldn't always be fight or flight, right? Let's get back to the root of things. Let's celebrate our accomplishments. Let's understand where we've come from. Let's appreciate the moment. Because yeah, bad things may happen, but the good is so much better. It's so much better in the good. It truly is. And when you get there, man, it feels so amazing. And I'm still striving to get there. I really am. I feel I'm grateful for where I am right now in my life. I'm very grateful, but it doesn't stop here. I want to continue to grow. I want to develop. I want to flow like a river. I don't want to be stale water, right? I don't need no more bacteria, nothing growing up in me. No, all that's got to go. We have to be healthy. We have to be positive. We have to be happy. And that's the best way to live life. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Please always like, subscribe, comment below. Let me know your thoughts. How do you navigate the good? What are you doing right now to live in the good? What have you let go? What kind of bad have you had to leave behind so that way you can truly appreciate this good life that you have? Let me know. Hope y'all enjoyed. Have a good one.